Inheritance, creating sub/superclasses, a guideline. When can we create sub/superclasses in an object-oriented design? Object-oriented design/visual modeling. This article may help you in the early and intermediate stages of analysis and design. As every Object Pascal developer knows, inheritance is one of the fundamental concepts in object-oriented design. I'm not going to give you any explanation on what inheritance is since everybody knows the definition already. Instead, I'm going to give you some of the tips in designing classes in the early stages of object-oriented design. In any project development, the analysis and design phases will be given importance in the initial stage. In object-oriented design/visual modeling, once the team starts collecting information regarding the project, the team will identify the objects involved in each of the activities. At one stage, the team will have some sample classes for those objects identified. As the design stage matures, there would be more and more classes coming. Sometimes, you may need to inherit a new class from an existing one, or you may need to group two classes into one. At this time, you may use the following concepts/techniques to create a sub/superclass from existing classes. Specialization, creating subclasses. What is a subclass and superclass? It's a class inherited/derived from another class. The new class, subclass, will have all the properties/methods and events of the parent class, from which it inherited, and can have additional properties specific to the subclass. The parent class is called superclass. Let me explain this concept with an example. Let us suppose we have a class called T-Citizen. The structure of T-Citizen is something like this. T-Citizen equals class Social Security No, string, name, string, age, integer, street, string, city, string, state, string, zip, integer, etc., and the above attributes are some of the common attributes you can have for a citizen. This citizen could be anybody from a small child to an old man in a country. Let us suppose that we have, in our analysis, some veterans information also. Veterans are people who were being in Army and/or some distinguished government services and retired now. Those veterans are also part of normal citizens, but they would have some special privileges. In this case, we can use the existing T-Citizen class by adding the special privileges attributes for a veteran, but that would not be a better design. In this case, we can call this veteran as a specialized citizen. So we can create a new subclass derived from the T-citizen, called T-veteran citizen. The T-veteran citizen class may look like something like this. T-veteran citizen equals class, T-citizen, no of years of service, integer, rewards, string, ranks, string, date retired, T-date time, etc., and generalization, creating superclasses. Let me explain this also through some sample classes. Let us suppose we are designing a library system and we identified two classes: T-student, containing student information, and T-professor, containing professor information, among other classes. We take these two classes for our discussion. The structure of those two classes would be as follows: T-student equals class student ID, string, name, string, age, string, grade, string, etc., and T-professor equals class prof ID, string, name, string, age, string, etc., and the system will allow both the students and professors to log in using their student and professor IDs and do the library-related activities. The system will verify the student and professor IDs at the time of login. Here we can generalize an information pertaining to both the classes as long as they both agree in their structure and type. I'm talking about the two attributes student ID in T-student and prof ID in T-professor. In this case, they both are of same type, string. The second thing is that they should be both of the same structure/size string. If student ID is of 7 characters length and prof ID is of 4 characters length, then we cannot generalize this info. As long as they both agree on those two things, we can generalize. They both serve as a way to log into the system after verification. So we can generalize this information and create a superclass with a name Tusser and inherit both T-student and T-professor from Tusser. Although this seems to be a simple issue, I just would like to share this with our Delphi community. Enjoy. Thanks. Mangesh.